Okay, let me open the floor to questions from the audience, and we can go in the future. Would you like to say who you are? And just take the microphone that's coming now, please.
Hello. My name is Adonis Avdelas, and I'm with Sunny Resort. I'm actually quite curious, even though I presume I can guess it, but just in case, to have the response of Mr. Nair towards resort hotels and Expedia.
So in relation to what?
So how Expedia is dealing with resort hotels versus city hotels, yeah?
Yeah, so it is, you know, as John mentioned, it is certainly not easy to be able to represent both kinds of product. You know, it has to be represented in a different way, and I think there is a huge opportunity for us. I think we do an average job. We don't do the job as it should be done, particularly about creating experiences when a consumer is looking to stay away for a couple of weeks or for a couple of days. So I think one of our biggest challenges is access to content. And I say that because we rely in our world for the hotels to be able to supply us with the content that we can showcase to our customers. And when we don't have access to that, we can't make up stuff, right? So our content is probably the one area that I think we have kind of our biggest challenges. Added to that, to the photographs and the virtual tours and the displays and so on and so forth. But I think there is an opportunity for us to be able to display things in a manner that kind of makes sense, all-inclusive products. I think if you take a look at our site today, it's very vanilla, and there certainly is an opportunity for us. So I think I would give us a C-.
Do you buy any hotels from uTravel?
Buy hotels? No, we work with their hotel brand, but
actually no. So Expedia works with Aquis.
Yes.
Not so they don't buy from uTravel. Actually, we used to work with Expedia as Met Hotels. Until the day of the acquisition from lastminute.com, the same day we received a fax from Expedia.
A fax?
I remember it, that as from today, we cannot work with you anymore because you are part of lastminute.com.
Okay, now with uTravel, that's a good opportunity, and I get a 10% commission of whatever you guys make, yeah? Okay, any more questions? Can we have the microphone this side, please? Can I see how many people would like to ask questions? And actually, I'll open the whole panel now, so you can ask questions to anybody. And the second microphone goes to Mariana there, please.
My name is Andreas Konstantinidis from Travel Trade Weekly. My question is for Mr. John Kent. You mentioned earlier that uTravel is a B2B. Mainly, and now you are preparing to go B2C.
Absolutely.
Question one, how do you believe this will affect your partners, or how will they perceive it, since so far you have been working with them, and now indirectly you are basically saying to them, I will create something that I will take your clients, the end user, from you to come directly to me and to the property.
When you say partners, you mean the travel agents or
Yeah,
the hoteliers?
The travel agents and tour operators. As uTravel, you basically work B2B. That means that you go to the mediator.
Easy answer. The most of our clients, so the travel agents in UK, the big ones, if you want the biggest clients we have are in UK, they do their own contracting as well. For example, the top 5 of our clients, they buy from us, but they do direct, so they contract direct as well, sometimes with the same hotels. We cannot stop them. You know, if we have a better price, a better contract, we will sell to them. If not, they will go direct anyway. On the other hand, I tell you how we thought before we come to that decision, yeah? All our competitors are my ex-company, so MetHotels.com is the biggest. Hotel Beds belongs to TUI, Met Hotels and Hotels for You, they belong to Thomas Cook. And 2 more in UK. All of them, they have B2C. All of them, they work with the same clients we have. The only ones we don't have B2C, or a professional B2C, if I put it that way, is uTravel. So why not? I don't think we're going to have any effect if we protect their margin. Absolutely no effect.
And your margin will increase as well with the B2C.
Of course.
Well,
as a company,
actually, that was my second question. If you go to B2C,
yeah.
do you believe that this will have a negative or positive effect on your profit margins, seeing that basically you transfer, do you believe that there will be a transfer of some of your clientele that comes from B2B to B2C, which means that you increase your overheads, but your revenue is in a way not decrease, but maintain at the same levels or small marginal increase?
Yes, okay. We will have, of course, a higher marketing spend, and on the other hand, we will have a healthier margin, if you want, if we put it this way. We are not going to go, maybe I should mention that. So uTravel is not going to go in the world with a huge marketing campaign and whatever. We are going to do it, if you want, quite small. We are going to start. We have a very good system behind. uTravel has a very good technology, and the new technology we are putting now on B2C. And if you want something I didn't mention before, uTravel, all the hotels we have in uTravel, 2,800 if I remember well right now, they are all directly contracted. And sometimes I hear from competitors that we have 80,000 hotels, 70,000 hotels, 20,000 hotels. So these are not hotels. Actually, they are hotels, sorry, but these are not contracted by themselves. And that's why, if you want, the one buys from the other. Expedia does the same as well, not in a big scale, but they do it. So they buy hotels from uTravel, for example, or from any uTravel. So, and the one buys from the other. If you do that, everybody must have a margin. And the price goes up for the consumer at the end of the day. uTravel, we don't have even one hotel which we buy from somebody else. We contract everything ourselves, so that means we are more flexible, and we have, if you want, we have a healthier margin than others which they have to go through the XML links and the routes. And that's, if you want, why we are very confident, because we believe a lot in good pricing.
Maybe I can say something about it, because maybe to build on what you said, we have been, because I think in the end it's a non-debate, to be honest, which is far too much focused on cost and on exclusivity on distribution. And I think in the end, it's about creating value for your end consumer. We have been, since years, we are competing with our direct channels, with our tour operator channels. Our business is between 30 and 50% direct. It depends a little bit on the market where we operate. But the prices is always the same. So we don't try to, let's say, to sell cheaper through our own channels, which gives the consumer the choice to buy where the consumer actually feels the most comfortable or where the highest value is being created. So if a tour operator who is basically, or a retailer who is capable because he's closer to the customer, if he's not able to sell this to the consumer, which is buying as well his summer holiday and his winter holiday to him, but that consumer is coming to us directly, for me it means that somewhere in the distribution chain something went wrong. And somehow that retailer was not capable of creating the value he is supposed to create for the commission that he's taking.
Can we have Mariana's question, then I'll take one more question, please, and then we'll go for coffee.
Thank you.
Who would like the next question? Raise your hand, Mariana.
Thank you, Dimitris. I actually have two questions. I don't know whether I'm allowed to ask them, but I will try. The first one is for Chris, and it regards the very interesting discussion that emerged about American Airlines and the GDS dispute. I would agree with you that what I have understood, the aim of American Airlines is probably to change the rules of the game, rather than trying to reduce commissions from the GDSs. Changing the rules of the game in terms that currently on the GDS you sell airlines based on two criteria, probably itineraries and prices. What American Airlines is trying to do is to probably sell a nude product, just the seat, and then probably try to help customers to upgrade to different services like upgrades, services, business lunches, extra luggages, or whatever that might be. However, for me, it's very hard to believe that the GDSs are just watching. Particularly the ones that they have invested quite a lot of money, for example, Amadeus. Would you like to comment something on that? I mean, what is the reaction of GDSs? Are they going to change their search engine possibilities to try to play the same game, or what would their reaction would be? The second question is...
Just let's get to that, and then the second question, just quick question, not statement.
Well, let me say this. I couldn't tell you what Amadeus and Sabre and the rest of them have invested in. I do know what they've told us that they're invested in. And here's the issue for me. Fundamentally, we've all said it here, the customer owns the customer. The customer decides what they want to buy and where they want to buy and where they believe that value is created. If that's the case, then as an airline, I want to make sure that whatever my experience value is for that customer, meaning I need to know something about you before I prosper an offer to you, or proffer an offer to you rather. And right now, an agent doesn't know that. The agent knows everything about the customer, but through the GDS pipeline, there's no idea as to what the offer should be. If it's only about price, that's a commodity issue. We're not interested in being a commodity anymore. We don't make any money being a commodity, right? So in that respect, then the conversation needs to be, how do I get the most money out of that person? And therefore, I need your technology to be capable of ensuring that I do not become a commodity. Now, right now, everything is a mass standard product, lowest common denominator, right? The technology has been good in terms of how the agent sells and books a ticket. The technology has not been good in how you interact in the true e-commerce world, in which every e-commerce company that understands its metal knows that you must talk to that customer, make the offer based on who the customer is. That happens every day. Billions of transactions happen every day. If my biggest pipeline doesn't understand that or does not have that infrastructure, and I know it's difficult for them to do so, right? We have an issue.
Okay, thank you. Last question and quick one.
Very similar
Just
question.
say who you are.
I am Dimitris Vrounas. I'm a small hotelier, just like the small and mediums one we're talking
Okay.
about. How can you Travels B2C offer something better to a small hotelier like me? Or it's going to be only contracted?
Will not offer something better. Hopefully we'll
The
offer
same
better
model as
sales.
Expedia and
Yes.
stuff like that, or?
Yes, but I explained earlier the difference between Expedia, with all my respect to Expedia. I love Expedia, don't take me wrong.
You love
I
Expedia?
love Expedia.
For any journalist, please do not report that.
I love Expedia. No, please,
Okay.
please do. It's a very different model. So,
Okay, thank you very much. Can we thank our panel, please, for all the insights? And I'll pass on to Theodore for administration.